Yeah, no worries. Just say whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will just talk to my thoughts as they come, you know.
Okay. Okay. So thinking back, when would you first say that you're first having this kind of tendencies?
I actually feel like my brain and my body are receiving two completely different kind of signals. If my brain were more sensitive, I think I might have noticed this sooner. But the thing is, my brain isn't that sensitive at all, but my body really is. The first time I noticed something was off was when my friend would send me curtain call videos. And just starting from one particular day, I just found myself feeling extremely unwell. I think it's this really compulsive anxiety. I don't know why, but the world turns unreal, like some broken telly. Panic attacks got proper frequent. Like, the one that really stick is bathrooms, for starters. You know, those colorful bottle caps opening at once? It just, I don't know why, but it just properly sets me off. I feel like they're all staring at me or something. And the supermarkets as well. I would have a meltdown when I couldn't find the thing I want. And also lifts. I just couldn't stand those lifts.
Yeah, there are.
I told my girlfriend about it. She just looked at me and said, acid reflux. That's a mental illness calling card. Finally, there was a name for it. But when I went to the doctors, they were just like, you're just a kid, how do you get this? They were just handing out useless pills, like sweets. My parents are also the quite conservative type, and so I had to have it out with them proper like early 2 years ago. That's when they finally came and let me go to the hospital for proper examinations. And after that, I think, yeah, that's the time when I was officially diagnosed with severe anxiety disorder. At first, I actually thought it was one of the worst things that ever happened to me. Living out of pillboxes, and I can't get anything proper done. Sounds really miserable, right? But actually, I learned quite a lot from my anxiety disorder as well.
So, you think anxiety brought you more than just bad things?
Yeah, I'd say so. After being diagnosed with anxiety, I took a whole year off just to recover, not doing anything else. And this actually allowed me to calm down and start reflecting on many things. I began tracing back to my entire childhood, trying to work out why I made this way. And one of the most important point, I think, is that I always smell a faint trace of smoke when the panic hits. I never paid much attention to this until I was talking with my therapist and mentioned that my childhood home caught fire 3 times. The first time must have been like 3 or 4 years old. I was just staring at the ceiling and saw this smoke creeping under the door. I actually found it quite fascinating because I was just wondering, why would this smoke come in our house? Until my mom screamed and sat up. By then, open flames were already burning. We were up on the 8th, like top floor. Everyone was scrambling down the stairs. My mom carried me wearing slippers, walking down step by step. I still remember that scene, lying on her shoulders. just staring at those wobbling slippers moving. I was terrified. The shit taking a fall. And my dad. I mean, we were proper skint back then, so he always had to try saving something. So he went back up against the tide of people. So now I'm actually abnormally sensitive to the smell of smoke and fire alarms, but I only realized that during an anxiety attack, like my hands and heart are burning, that sort of feeling, and that faint smell of smoke. Like, I think maybe it's just my body. I never really forgot that fire, and all those time I've gone back trying to make sense of it. Maybe it's just this clumsy, loyal brute of a thing trying to keep me safe. Medication actually brought me real relief. It was literally amazing, actually. The first time I took the medicine, I just slept like straight through and woke up the next day feeling completely reborn. My therapist actually once told me to visualize the anxious part of me like as an animal, and where it appears, just treat it like a passing pad. Stroke it and then let it go. I imagine mine as this mystical beast, like looks like a giant black cat with white whiskers and purple markings. It's actually quite large, and in my mind it would just walk over and I'd call its name, the name I gave it, Yumi. And so now my hands just starts trembling uncontrollably. I would know Yumi's here. See, when you give it a name, make it a proper thing, you just immediately detach from it. It's just passing by. That alone creates distance between you and the creature, like the anxious state. I've never been cured. Yeah, I will still experience anxiety. The frequency of panic attacks is still higher than average, but I learned to talk to this overly alert body, like learn to live with Yumi, make peace with all that fire and ash. I actually believe it is them together who made me who I am now.